Good. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mabinogi. So this is almost definitely the last episode in this session. 7 episodes in a row now that I've done. It is 4:30 in the morning, and I keep telling myself, this is going to be the last episode. This is going to be the last episode. I forgot just how good the beginning of this game was. I really want to just do the entire, first 3 generations here, all in just one go. Can't, but I really kind of want to just keep going with this. So I will probably record this tomorrow. So, the 7 episodes, which is a week of episodes. So tomorrow, the 7th, is going to be a week from, whenever this first started going up. So, Serene, I thought you had given up. You aren't still trying to become a paladin, are you? Tell him about Vidaire's death in the hands of the Dark Lord. Where did you hear that? Sounds like you're trying to come up with excuses for failing to complete your paladin training. It is not my fault if you weren't an able student. Vidaire was the leader of the paladins, and I was his right-hand man. I swear on my honor as a paladin that he did not die such a pitiful death. Vidaire died for different reasons. During the tragedy of Mabinogi, he was sacrificed to the vileness and cowardice of the Fomors, but his skills far surpassed the Dark Lord's. In fact, I learned the sword from Vidaire, and his skills were far beyond my own. If you claim that Vidaire fell to the Dark Lord, then you are claiming that I am no match for him either. How can such a man train someone to defeat the Dark Lord? Do you see how your claims are an insult to the Paladin Order? Let me make one thing clear. After the tragedy of Mabinogi, I have trained and adapted and prepared to face the Dark Knights. It is our duty as agents of the light to stand against the Dark Knights and protect Mabinogi. This is the charge of the Paladins. And here you are, quitting the training course, and slandering the Paladins to challenge our power. You make me sick. Think before you speak, or we will have a problem. Alright, go back to Price, and be like, yo, you said that, not Price, wow, I'm getting them confused for some reason. You said that Vidaire died to the Dark Lord, but the Paladins, when I talked to them, were like, hey, he didn't die to the Dark Lord. In fact, you're just straight up insulting us now. Get out of here. What the heck, man? What the heck? Brown Grizzly Bear. Who do I believe? Boom. Good. Get that bash skill. Bash is a really good skill. It really is. It's one of the better skills out there. I'm sure he's just right over here, but this is still just slightly faster, so, less time you have to watch me getting there. Vidaire was superior to the Dark Lord. The Paladins were formed to fight against the Dark Knights. That's what this Paladin leader told you as he was getting riled up? Price smirks. Well, if he got that upset, I guess it must be true. It's not like I really researched into what I told you the last time either, so don't take it too seriously. I wasn't trying to belittle the Paladin's capabilities and power. Anyway, his name was Craig, you said. I should remember that. The customer will be disappointed that he can't repay Vidaire. But I'll just tell him what this Craig guy said. It should be all good. I guess everything's basically settled. Anyway, you seem to be way too obsessed with Vidaire regardless of what the Paladin leader had told you. Can I give you some advice? If you truly want to be a Knight of Light, as you say, it seems more preferable that you would find your own path rather than trying to follow someone else's path. Either way, thanks for researching Vidaire as I'd requested of you. Since it was helpful, let me give you a gift. Yeah, if you take the memento to Dunbarton bookstore, Ava will give you a book. Books aren't really my friend. I think it's a book about good deeds. It will help you if you want to become a Knight of Light. And I have been observing you, and you seem to be too easily swayed by what others say. So, don't try to adhere to everything that's written in the book. Instead, make it an opportunity for you to analyze and observe the differences between what others think is good and what you think is good. I don't know when I'll see you again, but I'll hear about your thoughts the next time I see you. I'll be looking forward to it. Haha! Don't get too stuck on Radire. I hope you'll be able to find the path of Night of Light you're looking for. Complete. Now level 29. Alright. Deliver the letter to Ava. Look on good deeds as your reward. So that means we gotta go back to Dunbarton. That said, oh my god, I was like, okay, I have to say this, because I didn't mention any of this in my first playthrough, because I did not know. But this game is so heavily built into Irish and Celtic mythology, it's nuts. Like, it is absolutely insane. Like, every character that you meet in this game is in fact from Irish mythology of some manner. Well, so maybe Neo. But like, Morrigan is, Sakol is, heck, even his role as the leader of the Fomorians, he was a Fomor. And he led the Fomorians. Morrigan, in her like whole war raven deal. I don't know if we've even encountered that actually. That might be later. Like, that's the thing. Nuadha. Remember how they had just mentioned that Nuadha was the king and he stepped down and then Lu came in? That's Irish mythology. Like, everything in this is just straight up Irish mythology. And it is so cool. Now, there are some things that they changed. The Glass Gablian. In Irish mythology, Glass Gabian, not Glass Gablian. The Glass Gabian is... I thought this was hilarious, especially considering the fight with Glass Gablian in the game. But Glass Gabian from Irish mythology is a gigantic fat cow. The cow of fortune. I was like, oh my god. Because, like, you just think about, the Glass Giblian in, the game here. This big, massive, evil Fomorian monster. And it's actually, the real Irish creature is a gigantic fat cow. Like, what the heck? Also, I'm pretty sure I've read that because I'm pretty sure I've interacted with Ava before since I have a book bag. Good Deeds, Food for the Soul? Gosh, I don't have a copy here. Don't worry, I can order one and have it delivered to you by Owl. Is there anything else I can help you with? Nope. Thank you, Ira. I'll see you later. And now she'll give me the book. And there's the quest. Good Deeds, Food for the Soul. And experience points. So, talk to Delenn at Main Matcha Town Square. Well, first, I want to read Good Deeds, Book of Food for the Soul. So this is really, really long. So what I'm going to do, if anybody wants to read it, and I did this for the previous, I believe. I'm going to pause it, or I'm going to let you pause it on each of these pages. And then, you can just read it and everything. These books are really good, I'll say that much. And they're very, very informative on the, plot that's going on here in Mabi. But still, I don't want to dedicate an entire episode, because it would take me the entire episode to read this book. It really would. That said, here's the last page, lessons learned. Write down what you've learned from reading this book. So what did you learn from reading the book? Once again, if you didn't catch it, again, feel free to go back, pause the episode, read through. So it's really good. It has some really interesting information in it. So now back to Emain Matcha so we can talk to Delenn. Every time I see that name though, I think of Delenn from Babylon 5. I do. Her names are almost spelled the same. It's literally Delenn from Babylon 5 and Delen here in Mabi. Also, another thing I found out. Let me open up the wiki here. Also, there is an auto walk button, isn't there? Option of minimizing other characters. It's off the option of minimizing other characters. Let me look at the keybinds. System. I'm fairly certain there was an auto walk button. I just don't remember what it is offhand. Controls. Hotkeys. It might not even be in here. Use different potions. I didn't know those were hotkeys. HJK. Auto battle, auto point of view. That's how you enable and disable that. That might be something I want to consider enabling. Numpad slash. No, just regular slash. Actually, what is numpad slash? Minimize other characters. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna use the minimize, so. But there's a button. There's a button that lets you auto walk. And I don't remember what it is at all. Skill array. Actually, that's another good one. Control S. That is not in use. Okay. Huh. I know there's an auto walk button. I just don't remember what it is. Well, let's go ahead and save. What's the auto run key again? Was it? Oh, it's numlock. That's right. That's the thing that always annoyed me. Anyway, so it's numlock. So I can run while I'm looking at this. So this quest, Good Deeds, was actually one of the things that they changed in Gen 16. Whoops. Sorry, now let me re-enable my. Originally, there were, actually several. Come on, stop auto walking. Goodness. Alright, I have to do that. So originally there were actually several quests here. I'm trying to look it up, but I'm not seeing it immediately. But wasn't the changes here? Oh, here we go. Good Deeds no longer requires talking to the Beggar, Agnes, Dell, Osla, Jocelyn, and Willow. So you used to have to do a special deed for all of them. You only need to make one trip to Aoden and Aranwen now, instead of multiple. You do not need to talk to Price to obtain a broken bolt, and therefore no longer need to run Coil Dungeon. So yeah. You don't have to do any of that anymore. Now it's just the lead that you have to talk to. and do her good deeds. So, but you used to have to do good deeds for a bunch of people. So, you're trying to do good deeds by playing matchmaker? Serene, you're good with people, and I think I can trust you. I'm actually very lonely. Everybody assumes I have lots of boyfriends because I'm pretty, so nobody tries to actually approach me romantically. Well, that's not true. Sometimes creeps approach me. And it's not like a girl like me can just ask a guy out. I don't know what to do, Serene. Do you know a good match for me? So here's Dolan. Here's Dell. The beggar is over here. They actually still have all their dialogue here, and you can actually still do these. You used to have to come here to the beggar. Some gold, please. And, you could give the beggar gold. You actually still can. I just don't remember how to do that. Think if I do this. No, I don't want to give him the whole pouch. I don't want 1 gold. I'm hungry and I have no one to lean on. Since you're already in a giving mood, would you mind giving me another 100 gold? Thank you. You'll be blessed. Ask the beggar for his definition of good deeds. Good deed? I'm already thankful for your help. Are you going to help others too? Oh, you may not have the wings, but you're definitely an angel in my eyes. What I think... Well, the good deed is something like helping out a sick person without asking for anything in return. I may be really poor, but I have 2 perfectly healthy sets of arms and legs. Sick person, however, my heart goes to that person, really. Turning around to end the conversation with the beggar. Yes, T-bone steak for dinner tonight at Loch Leos and a little more, and that round pauldron chainmail is mine. Finish talking to the beggar. So yeah, all of their quest stuff is still in here. You can still do all of the quest related stuff with them that you would have had to do at this point. She holds a flower basket in one hand, and the smile on her face never seems to fade. She's wearing a dress that's embroidered with flowers and lace patterns. Her long shiny hair flows over her shoulder, and she approaches me as soon as she feels my stare on her, with which she starts a conversation. Take a look at these flowers, aren't they gorgeous? So I can shop, and I can get some floral accessories. I can also get a floral coronet, which is, I assume, a hat. Available for repair, dye job, or enchantment. Defense rate 0. I assume they're a hat. Yes, I see that. Blessed Fox headband. So I mean, I could grab that. I am going to grab one of these. Why not? I've never bought one of these before. And the floral accessory also goes in my head. You know what? I'm going to buy a daisy decoration. It looks like a rose decoration. Neat. Sure, why not? Because those are things that I can equip on my style tab. I mean, I don't have a style tab on this character, but if I want to do it on my other character or something like that, Oh my god, that's adorable. Oh my god, it's adorable. I need this. I need this on one of my characters at least. So let's see. Let's see if I can collect it. I can't! Well, I can probably put them in the bank. So, that's unfortunate that I can't... No, I might not be able to because they can't be... No, not available for repair, dye job, or enchantment. Okay. So they can be traded, probably. I have no idea what her quest is. Maybe if I just ask her about good deeds. Start a conversation. Serene, right? Zella's paying attention to me. I see. I didn't know you were such an amazing person, Serene. A person of your stature would surely be able to buy a flower to give to the goddess, no? Let's ask her about good deeds. A sick person. There's no one that really comes to mind. I know Neely catches a cold pretty often, but Agnes takes care of him well, so I don't really think he needs help. If he needs helping someone who is hurt, I should go find how I can help a wounded person, it says. Okay. I'm really not sure. Oh yeah, Neely right there might know what a Night of Light is. He knows just about anything. Okay. So I guess her quest isn't still in here, because I don't know what hers is. But that's alright. I wonder if Agnes, Osla, Jocelyn, or Willow still have any of theirs. Here stands a young man with dirty brown hair, almost completely hidden under an even dirtier hat, constantly leaning over to his right. He attempts to flag down passerbyers to his store. His sleeveless jacket is decorated in embroidered metallic patterns, his dark blue eyes wandering around while he talks, always seeking more customers. He keeps mumbling something to himself, but it's rather difficult to make out what he's saying as he seems to be talking a mile a minute. Helping two lonely souls find love. That's an act of kindness indeed. Serene, I applaud you. Since it's you, I'll let you in on a little secret. It's been a long time since I left my homeland. On days like this, I get a little homesick. I swore I wouldn't go back until I was a success, but who knows when that will be. Perhaps if I had the company of a lovely lady, I'd have some hope to get me through the day. If you know anyone who would be a good match for me, could you please introduce me to her? Tell Gavin that Delenn might be feeling a little lonely. Really? The goddess must be looking out for me. In that case, I want to tell Delenn, I want to tell her how I feel, but do you think you could help me out? I'd like you to give this present to Miss Delenn. I think that'll make it clear how I feel about her. I do it myself, but I'm much too shy. So Delenn, go back and talk to Delenn again. Smack trash can. I got a green gem off it. Whatever. Small green gem. I don't need them. Oh, I still missed him read that one. You tell Delenn about Galvin and you give her the teddy bear. This teddy bear is from Galvin? Delenn's cheeks turn red and she gulps. Galvin really feels that way? Well, you see, helping people get together isn't much of a good deed, is it? You should do a real good deed instead. Why don't you help the soldiers of Macha? Aiden will know the soldiers' need. That's it. I think you should help the hardworking soldiers. That's much more important than me and Galvin. Oh, and I'm really not that lonely. Anyway, Delenn's ears are bright red. So I never did quite figure out, do they get together? Or is that her being like, no, definitely not. No, she's blushing, she's bright red, she's stammering, She shows all the signs of being embarrassed and, being okay with, the person. But also, that's not what her words say, so I don't know. Who knows? Aiden's sharp features mirror his expression. He has thick eyebrows above sharp azure eyes, a thin nose, and an angular chin. Aiden's thin lips are taut with determination. A single braid hanging from his short hair instantly identifies him as a knight. Tall and sure of himself, he sticks out his chest as he talks, leaving a powerful impression over those around him. Sorry, 1 second while I get a drink. Why is it I can never drink anything without spilling it all over myself? My God. It's a bottle. It's not even bigger than my mouth. And yet, I put the bottle to my lips and I put it in my mouth, and then the next thing I know, I'm spilling it all over myself. You want to lend me a hand? Well, if you really want to help me, I could use a dependable knight. That main matcha can use all the help it can get against the Femors. You're not bad in the fight yourself, Serene. Excuse me. But there's someone in particular I have in mind. Her name is Erwin of Dunbarton. I hear she teaches fighting these days. She used to be a paladin of Emain Matcha. I hate to see her skills go to waste. The power of the Femors grows day by day. We could use someone like her on our side. Aiden crosses his arms and contemplates in silence. Yes, I think you should meet with her in person, Serene. As a future paladin yourself, I'd like you to come with me. I'll prepare to leave for Dunbarton immediately. Please meet me at Erwin's school in Dunbarton. Alright. Off we go to Dunbarton. This is really why I recommend at least keeping this book throughout Gen 1. I really recommend doing as much of the story as you can before you hit level 1000 though. I mean, when it comes to Gen 21 or Gen 19, that one is really hard. I highly recommend being just as strong as you can before you go after that. But the others aren't that bad, honestly. So, I wouldn't, say not to, I'm just looking at what people are dropping. So this is stuff that is dropping because of that fishing event. People being like, yeah, I don't need all this crap. And it's like, okay, but firewood for your carpentry skill? Also, people keep dropping the Aweka Ladeka amulets, and I don't know why. Because they don't disappear for like 24 hours when you do that. But you can just hit the destroy button and it's gone immediately. Whatever. I always hit destroy on my Aweka Ladeka amulet, so... A lady decked out in shining armor is confidently training students in swordsmanship in front of the school. Unlike a typical swordsman, her moves seem delicate and elegant. Her long, braided silver hair falls down her back, leaving her eyes sternly fixed on me, probably. Leave me be already. I'll never return to the paladins. Aronwin shoves Aoden's hand aside as she shouts. Where's Aoden exactly? I love that he doesn't actually show up. Aronwin, please, just listen what I have to say. The night of the tragedy, it wasn't your fault. If you turn your back on the paladins now, how are you any different from Medire? Many paladins lost their lives at Emain Matcha. Even the townspeople have lost their faith in us. We need greater knights like you in the Order if we are to ever recover. Aiden seizes Aronwin's hand and gazes into her eyes. Erwin, I beg you, come back to us. Erwin gazes right back at Aoden and lets go of his hand. I'm sorry, I don't think I can. I have no right to return to Emain Matcha. Medire, Aoden, perhaps you don't remember, but I loved him. The night of the tragedy, I secretly traded my shift and spent the night with him at Gaver Kills. As the sun rose over Emain Matcha the next morning, everything was already over. The knight who took my shift was dead, and Medire was held responsible for allowing the attack to happen. Erwin's voice quivers. With the help of a subordinate, Medire escaped. He abandoned his responsibilities and Emain Matcha in its time of need. What does it mean to be a paladin? Was it worth it? Since that day, it all feels so empty. He chose his own happiness over the well-being of others, and he knew no shame. He had no right to be a paladin. The fact that I abandoned my post and fell for a coward like him is my shame to bear. Erwin chokes back a tear. Aoden, please just go. Don't say anything else. Just leave. Aoden reaches for Aronwin, but stops himself and turns away. Alright. I'm not sure no words will change your mind right now. Just remember one thing. If you ever return, the Paladin Knights will always welcome you. Aoden drops his shoulders and walks away. Now we get to go talk to Aodin again. Nope, we have to complete the quest first. Morgan! Serene, can you hear me? I'm looking for the path of light. There's no time, I can't stop the power. I can't read that fast. Need much perseverance and sacrifice in the past. You deserve to follow after the Knight of Light. Well, you did become a Knight of Light. Hang in there, believe me. Who can read that fast? Who in the world can read that fast? Alright. Blessing of the Spirit. Go to Tarlac at Sid Sneakda. Ask him about the Knight of Light. Neat! We get to go see Tarlac again. But we'll do that in the next episode. I do hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, feel free to subscribe. Check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any episodes you might have missed. And with that, I will see everybody next time. Yay, I can put these in here. See you later.